Hey friends, and I'm Safir, and today in this video we will learn how to solve problems with integers in them using the orders of operations. So let's get to it. So the first thing we need to know is when we're doing orders of operations, we need to just simply know them, right? So a simple way to keep it in mind is BODMAS. So brackets, order, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. And the next thing we need to know is, because we are dealing with integers here, friends, we need to remember that there are positive integers as well as negative integers. So another key point for today is that, key point, negative and a negative equals to positive, a positive equals to positive, a negative and a positive equals to a negative, and a positive and a negative equals to a negative. So yep, those are the notes, and it's that simple. We just need to remember those two things strongly to get through this, to get through the questions. So our first example is bracket -2 -1 times close bracket times 8. So what we want to do first is look in our order of operations. So we check, and the first thing on our list is brackets, so we need to do brackets first. So -2 -1, we need to remember that here we're starting at the -2 place and we're going to the left by how much times? We're going to the left by 1, so it equals to -3. And then we see there's no orders, there's no division, but there is multiplication. So we just simply multiply. So -3 times 8. There's no sign here, so friends, it's a positive 8. So we need to check our list now. So a negative, which is -3, and a positive 8 equals to a negative. So -3 times -8 equals to negative, and 8 times 3 equals to 24. And so our answer here, friends, is -24. Let's try it with another one. So 5 divide -10 plus 5, and then plus 5. So we need to first, of course, you got it right, check our orders of operations. We see that we have brackets first, so we need to do our brackets. So -10 plus 5 equals to -5, and so we have 5 divide -5 plus 5. And so we see what we need to do first. Next, there's no order, but there is division, so we do 5 divide -5. And so here is where our next keynote comes in. We check our position. So here we have a positive, and here we have a negative. So a positive and a negative equals to a negative. And friends, 5 divide 5, it's easy, it's 1. And plus and then minus equals to minus, so it's -1. -1, and then we bring the 5 down, plus 5. So -1 plus 5, it equals to +4. And so that's our answer. I know it's a bit hard, but once we keep these two main things in mind, we can get through this. So let me just erase all of this and we can do our next one. Next two. So we have 18 plus bracket -9 close bracket. Okay, no brackets, so 18 plus -9 times 1. We see here that so friends, if you're ever confused, so like why is there like brackets here with the 9, but shouldn't there be like another number inside? Like, right? Isn't it like confusing? No, that's not the case. The case here is so the one who's writing the question, or the question has brackets on a number that has like two like addition or like places, you know, like mathematical numerals or like signs that are together. We put a bracket to separate them so it's easier to read. And so that's the mini tip for today. And so we see 18 plus -9 times 1. We check our list, bracket, order, division. No, but there is multiplication. So we go -9 times 1. And so a negative and a positive equals to a negative. So we place that, and 9 times 1, friends, is 9. And so we just drop down the 18 plus. The 18 plus, again, brackets to like defer and make it easier to read. 18 plus -9. And so a plus and a minus equals to a minus. So it basically is 18 minus 9 equals to 9. And so it's that simple, friends. So let's do with another one. So we got -2 times 4 plus 8 times -3. So here, the first thing we need to do is that we check our list, brackets. This is just a bracket to defer, right? Since there are two symbols next to each other, so it's not that bracket. So we cross it out. Yes, that's done. Order, there's no order here. Division, nope. And we see multiplication. Yes, we have two multiplication here, friends. We have -2 times 4, and we have 8 times -3. And so we do these both. The plus drops down. A negative and a positive equals to a negative, and 4 times 2, friends, it's simple, it's 8. So we got -8 here, and for this answer we got a positive, and oh sorry, it's a +8. So the sign already comes. +8 times negative, a positive and a negative equals to a negative. And so we got 8 times 3 equals to 24. And so we have -8 minus 24 equals to 30, -30. Yes. So yep. So -32. See, friends, I was confused here that like why didn't we use our our little signs here? Well, the reason is that this is just like a simple subtraction sign. If there was a multiplication or a division that we were handling here, or if there was another symbol next to the minus, then we would have to use our little key points here. But since there are no symbols next to the minus, and it's not a division or a multiplication, we just simply subtracted. And so friends, let's recap what we have learned today. What we have learned today is how to solve operations that have integers, and we learned which ones come first and how the order goes. And here we had two main points today, friends. We had our order itself. So a simple way to remember this is BODMAS bracket order, division, multiplication, and subtraction. And then we had our notes from like previous classes, where our mini notes, and so we use those to solve our problem. As we can see, friends, in our previous example, we used our order BODMAS to check that we did multiplication and there's no other things above it, and then we used our table here to help us solve the problem. And so that's it for today, friends, and bye, and I'll see you next time.